Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel Code with Ruby. Today I am going to teach you arrays. So what is an array? An array is a group of same data type elements. For example, we can store a group of integer data type or float data type or any other kind of data in an array. Arrays are created by JVM on dynamic memory location, and it saves time by storing a group of similar data type together. For example, we want to store marks of a student in all 5 subjects. So we can store in an array. Arrays are of two types, single dimensional arrays and multi-dimensional arrays. In multi-dimensional, 2D arrays, 3D arrays, etc. Single dimensional arrays. It represents a row or a column of data. For example, marks of a student in 5 subjects can be represented in single dimensional arrays. Syntax will be like first data type of the arrays and then arrays name and then a pair of square bracket and then value of the elements. So int marks and then a pair of square bracket equals to value of all of the 5 subject marks, or we can represent it as int and then a pair of square bracket and then marks equals to value of all of the 5 subject marks. Another alternative way of representing above statement is like first we declare the size of the array. So int marks a pair of square bracket equals to new int 5, which means 5 elements will be there, and then passing the values of each elements to the array. So marks 0 equals to 68, marks 1 equals to 93, etc. Now we come to multi-dimensional arrays. Multi-dimensional arrays will be like 2D, 3D arrays. So multi-dimensional arrays will be a combination of 2 or more less dimensional arrays than the current dimensional arrays. So for example, we want to represent 2D arrays. So 2D arrays is a combination of 2 or more 1D arrays. We can represent marks of 5 subjects of 3 students in 2D arrays. So it will be like the first row will be representing the all of the marks of 5 subjects of first student. Then again second row will be representing the marks of all of the 5 subjects of second student, and then third rows will be representing the marks of all 5 subjects of third student. So it will be like int marks and then 2 pair of square brackets equals to value of each of the marks of 5 subjects of each student in the different curly braces. Alternative way of writing 2D arrays is like first we declare the data type of the arrays and then arrays name and then square bracket. Another way is like first we declare the data type of the arrays, then 2 pair of square brackets and then arrays name and then the size of the array, and then again pass the value of each of the elements of the arrays. Now we come to 3D arrays. 3-dimensional arrays are a combination of several 2-dimensional arrays. It is useful when we want to handle a group of elements belonging to another group. So syntax will be like in indirect method of declaration, first data type and then 3 pair of square brackets, array name equals to new data type and then xyz. Xyz is the dimension of the array, and then we will be passing the values of each of the elements of the array. So for example, int and then 3 pairs of square brackets marks equals to new int 5 7 12, and then marks 0 0 0 equals to 65, etc. So here 5, 7, 12 is the dimension of the arrays, which means 5 into 7 into 12 equals to whatever it will be the number of elements. Another method of declaration of 3D arrays is the direct method, which means we'll be first writing the data type and then 3 pair of square brackets, then array name, and then we will be writing the value of each of the elements of the arrays directly there. For example, in and then 3 pairs of square brackets marks equals to 1 curly braces and then again curly braces open, and then inside a pair of curly braces 1 comma 2 comma again inside the curly braces 3 comma 4 and etc. Now we come to size of an array. So to get the size of an array, we use length property of an array, which is array name dot length. It returns an integer data type. So for 1D, it returns size of the arrays. For 2D or 3D, it returns the number of the rows in the array. For example, int array and then a pair of square bracket equals to new int 10, and array will have value 1 comma 2 comma 3. So array dot length will return 10, which is size of array, but not 3, which is number of elements of the array. Similarly, int marks, here is a type mistake, which is should be that I should be in small letter, not in capital. Int marks equals to new int 47. So here marks dot length equals to 4, which means there will be like 4 rows. So marks dot length will give us the number of rows in the 2D arrays. Now we come to command line arguments. So the value passed to the main method are called command line arguments. We see in the while writing coding that we write public static void main string args. So here args is 1D array of string data type, and the size of the array's args will be the number of arguments passed to it. For example, if we pass 3 arguments to the main method, then JVM will allocate 3 memory for the elements, and if we don't pass any arguments to the main method, then JVM will not allocate any memory to the args array. Now we come to the end of the session, which is review questions. So first question is, what is difference between size and element of an array? Second question is, can we call main method of a class from another class? So please write your answers below in the comment section. Till that, take care. Bye.